Heather. So in posting videos every week over the last nearly 6 years now, I get a lot of questions about my appearance. And one of the topics that gets asked a lot in comments on YouTube and also in person is how I take care of my skin, particularly my face. So a lot of it has to do with what I eat, so the nutrients that I get from my food to nourish and create healthy skin. It also has to do with some things that I don't eat that can cause irritations with your skin. But one of the most basic things I do in physically taking care of my skin is that I use a loofah. And this is a natural one that is just a cut loofah. It's not been processed or bleached or anything. And the first time I showed this to someone, they asked me how I can possibly use this on my skin because my face is so smooth and clean. And this is what I use. So it looks rough when it's dry, but then this is my loofah when it's wet. So it's actually fairly soft. It kind of reminds me of shredded wheat right now. There's the side. And the nice thing about a loofah is that it's a little bit rough, but this is not at all very rough. But it's just rough enough to rub off some of the dead skin. So you can kind of exfoliate while you're washing. And then it also doesn't take off the bacteria that are really important to your skin's health. So most of us by now know that those antibacterial hand washes aren't so good long term because they kill all of the bacteria that's keeping your skin in balance and healthy. They can be useful every so often, like if you're using an outhouse or something, but I don't use them on a regular basis. And I tend to use my loofah more often than I use soap, which might sound funny, but I use soap for certain things, like if I have salt water or if I've been using sunscreen, I'll use soap. But more often I'm just scrubbing my skin with my loofah. And that scrubs off the dirt and the sweat and the dead skin cells that might be on my face or on my skin. And it doesn't take off the bacteria. So this is what I use. Another question I got about my loofah when I posted about it a long time ago was that someone thought that this was an animal. It's not. It comes from a sea plant. So no worries there. Another thing about loofahs is that they do tend to keep bacteria if you hang on to them for too long. So like anything else, if you leave it in your shower for 6 months, it's gonna grow bacteria. So you need to replace it. And it's best if it dries out in between your showers. So if you can keep it somewhere that's drier than a shower, if you're not the only one taking a shower in your bathroom, then maybe leave it somewhere else. And then if you start to notice it getting discolored in any places, then it's definitely time to replace your loofah. But overall, I love knowing that I'm using something natural that's not taking away the healthy balance of my skin, that's helping me exfoliate, and that just feels nice on my skin. So like I said, it's not rough, and it's really easy to use, very nice. So this is one of my prime skincare routines, is to use my loofah. And I'm curious to hear from you if you have any questions about skin health, or if you have any tips for people who might be watching this video as to what you do for your skin health. And remember to subscribe to my channel for new videos every single week. Stay tuned for next week. I'm gonna have a recipe for you from a brand new cookbook done by 2 of my friends that has a recipe that I'm gonna share with you, and we're gonna make it into a perfect pre-Halloween treat. So stay tuned for that. I'll see you next week.